Alright, waiting for the notification to pop up. Alright guys, so by now you should have got a notification for this stream. If you are subscribed, you should have clicked on it. So basically, let me just minimize this. What I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be redoing the Khan Academy 4th and 5th grade little lessons. Basically, the reason I'm redoing it is because when I did it last time, it was it was very pixelated. Like, you guys can hear me, um and you guys could see the images on my right, like you guys could see this little thing clearly, but the stuff on the left was just very pixelated, and I found this out due to reviewing the stream. So basically what I'm doing is I'm redoing it, and I've decided to redo this in a different way. Actually, I've decided that I'm going to do the 5th grade only for this stream, and I'm going to do 4th grade the next stream. So basically, I'm sorry to keep you 4th graders waiting, but we're going to be doing 4th grade the next stream, so that way we have a whole stream to talk about one grade, so it's not like two grades. I just think it's better to have the grades organized so the 4th graders don't have to go on a completely different live stream and wait for theirs, when they could just go on one live stream and they could see all their 4th grade work there and per the other grades. So let's get into this lesson. So basically, since it's gonna be a bit shorter stream, 5th graders, I'm not gonna go up to the quiz. What I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna read. I'm only gonna no, yeah, I'm not gonna go up to the quiz. We're gonna do the quiz on the next stream. I mean, obviously, we're gonna do the we're gonna do it on the next 5th grade stream, not the 4th grader stream. I'm talking about the 5th grade stream. So basically, let's get into it. Enough talking. Let's get into it. I don't want to talk through this. I only want to explain it where you can understand this enough. So in my previous video, if you watched, we go through a bit of decimal place value. So I might go through this a little bit faster than normal, because if you watch my previous stream, you should have a little info on decimal place value. But I will walk through a few questions just so people who haven't watched the previous video can get a gist of what decimal place value is. So if you look to here, like if you see this, keep your eyes over there for a second. So look at this. You see this number 390. Oh my gosh, that is ugly. 390. Guys, I'm not the best at writing on a mouse, okay? If I had a trackpad, this would be different, but this is a mouse. So please don't judge me. So 392. You see this? This is a whole number. 392. Let's just write WN will be whole number. Oh my gosh. Because I'm not writing whole number out. That's going to be torture. So WN, that's a whole number. So when we place this, this is still a whole number. Then when we place that, that turns into a okay, wait. That is a decimal. It's no longer a whole number. This is now a decimal. 392 and 3/10 is the decimal. Now look, this place value right here. So now let me explain what decimal is. So basically, I guess it's the place value after the whole number. So let's say we have a whole number, our whole number right here. Uh, and once we put this, so once we have this period, any number behind it is its own place value. So basically, the first place value after the period, we call it here, is called the tenths. So right now, where this 4 is, the place value that this 4 is in is called the tenths. That is called the tenth. So you can see how I spell it, even if I'm saying it wrong. You can see how I spell it. It's called the tenths. Tenths. There, tenths. So basically, that is the first place value after the decimal point. So then, oh my gosh, let's just write like an easy number or something. Oh my gosh. Alright, one, or something, or something, man. I need a. Okay. Oh gosh, I cannot write any. Alright, 9 should be easy. Yeah, you guys can look at that and tell that's a 9. So this right here, this place value right after the tenths place value, the place value after the tenths place value is the second number behind the decimal point, and this is this number, the place value that this number is in is in the hundredths place. So you guys get it. So these are the place values. 945, and then this is it's the thousandths. That is a long word to write out. Alright, so the first one is the tenths, second one is the hundreds, and the third one is the thousandths. So it's just like that. I'm gonna leave that up for a little bit. Alright, now I want you guys to look over here. Let me just zoom in a little bit more just so you guys, so just so I'm sure that you guys can see this, because I just want to make sure, because I don't want to redo the stream all over again. Let's just delete all this now. Sorry, I just needed to make space for what we're gonna write. So the digit 4 in which number represents a value of 400ths. So hundredths. So you can see that hundredths with a THS, not hundreds with an S, but with a THS. So now what they're asking us, basically defining this question means which 4 is in the place value of the hundredths place. So if you were listening, you know that the first place value after the decimal point is the tenths, and the second one is the hundredths. So if we look here, the only one that has the 4 in the place value, 2 after the I mean, yeah, 2 at no, one after technically. I mean, it's 1 after because it's after the first one. So 1 after the decimal point is C. So you can see it's in the second slot after the decimal point. Boom. Anyone comment? Alright. What is the place value of the 4 in 12 and 47 hundredths? So by the way, that's how we say decimals. It's 12 and 47 hundredths. So it's not 12.47, not 12 decimal point 47. It's 12 and 47 hundredths. So they're asking us what is the place value in 12 and 47 in the of the 4 and 12 and 47 hundredths. So they're basically asking us what place value is the 4 in. So basically, as we know, we're only looking for this behind the decimal point because the number that's lit up is behind the decimal point. So basically, it's literally the first number behind the decimal point. So as I told you, that is the tenths place. So we click off 10. The digit 8 and which number represents a value of 8 thousandths. So remember, don't forget the third place after the decimal point, because remember, there are 3 slots. This is the tenths right here, this is the hundredths right here, and this is the thousandths. So right now, if we're looking for 8, the 8 would be over here all the way on the end, while the 2 other numbers would be over there. So let's look for 8. Boom, found it. It's B. What is the place value of the 9 and 194 and 6 tenths? So this is a whole number place value thing, and whole number place values I believe in 4th or 3rd grade, so you guys should know this. So every time I get a whole number place value question, I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to answer it without speaking. Alright, the digit 7 and which number represents a value of 7 tenths. So they're basically asking us which of these answers is a 7 in the tenths place. So if we look here, we know that the tenths place is the after the decimal point, so we can easily tell that this is it. So now I feel like I'm getting very repetitive. I repetition is what it is basically the word I'm looking for, but I feel like I'm getting very repetitive or just repeating what I'm saying often. So I'm just gonna go through this one and I'm gonna go on to the next one. All right. Value of a digit. Is this whole number? Let's go. What is the one? What value does the one represent in the number 4,105 and 8 tenths? Oh, this is a whole number question again, so let's just speed through that one. The digit 2 and which number represents a value of 2,000. So basically, I don't think they're going to give us the words now. They're going to make it a little more difficult. They're just going to show the place value. So basically, I even have it over here. Remember, guys, the third slot is the... No, it's not the best handwriting, but the third slot is the thousandth. Oh, my bad. I spelled it wrong. Just rewrite that. Just write thousands or something. Can I type? What was I could type on this thing? Because last time I did this on a notepad, it was easier. It was so much easier, but the thing is that you guys could barely see it. So that's why I switched to this. But yeah, so the third slot, always remember this is the thousandths. So as we can see, if the 2 is in the third slot, we know that we're looking for a 2 that is in the third slot. And if we look around, that's in the second, and that is not even a decimal. So we know it's B. What value does the 4 represent the number? Okay, so that's what the digit 5 and which number represents a value of 5 tenths. Remember, just like the last question, it doesn't give us the it does not gonna tell us that like it's 5 tenths. It's just gonna put the 5 or just the decimal. So basically, we're looking for a decimal where a 5 is after the decimal point, and if we look around, we see that the answer is C. What value does the 6 represent? Okay, so that's just the digit 1. So 1 tenth. Again, this is getting, I'm getting very repetitive with this. So just remember the place value. That's why the reason I'm getting so repetitive is because I want you guys to remember this. But if we look around, we know the answer is B. I just don't want to get too repetitive because then I know many of you guys will get annoyed. But then again, I have to get repetitive so this will stick in your guys' head. Okay, so that's just nice. So we're kind of running through this. If I finish this very quickly, then I might just move on to the quiz. Alright, so we're doing decimals on the number line. I don't really like number lines, but they might give you questions like these on tests, so I don't really have a choice. What could be the value of the point graphed on the number line? They're basically asking us, what does the point, what estimate basically what the point on the thing is. Basically. So basically, if we look at all these numbers, we know that all these numbers are in the hundredth place, and we know that these numbers, both of these numbers, are both begin in the hundredth place, but this one does not begin in the hundredth place. So we know that. So we could just cross that out, and we automatically know that's either A or B. But to make it even simpler, we can tell that the point graphed on the number line is not only nowhere near the 7, but it is after the 3, meaning it's in the 300th place. So the only logical answer is A. What point on the number line represents 0 and 84 thousandths? My bad. So basically, what they're asking us is what point represents that number. So we automatically know it's not A and the B, and the answer is C. Reason why: they are nowhere near 800th, and C is the only one near 800th. So that's automatically our answer. I don't know how to explain this anymore. What is the value of the point graphed on the number line? So if we look here, this is where we get into counting. So we know that this is 400. So if we count, that's 41 thousands, 42 thousands, 43 thousands, 44 thousands, 45 thousands, 46 thousands, 47 thousands, 48 thousands, 49 thousands. Now if we look here, we counted up to 49 thousands. Simple addition. The answer is 49 thousandths. We'll point the number lines represents 87 thousandths. Now, we know the answer is definitely not A because it is in the 700ths place because it is after the 7 and it doesn't go past the 8. But we know that it could be B or C because it goes past the 8, so it's X out A. And we look here, if we count, we know that it's 81 hundredths, 82 hundredths, 83 hundredths, 84 hundredths, 85 hundredths, 86 hundredths, 87 hundredths. So we already count past the B, and when we landed on C, it landed on 87 hundredths, which is the number we're looking for. So we know the answer is C. So I know we did finish that pretty quickly, and we have only been streaming for about 10 minutes. And I'm not going to go into 4th grade. I'm going to stay in 5th grade. But what I will do is I'm going to just go into the quiz really quickly. Now I will be doing this like I did last time, except yeah, I'm going to set my 1 minute timer for each question. So yeah, and this time I'm gonna max it out. So just max this out so you guys can see it fine. Alright, now you guys better start working on the questions now because I am going to set my timer. So the timer begins and I'm even gonna show you guys. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute. Counting down.
So you guys will only be getting 1 minute for each question. So I want you guys to fully work on this. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear my faint alarm, but the answer was 6. I mean A. The answer was A. I mean it was 6, but it was A. The answer is A, but 6. You know, get it? All right. So basically, I'm gonna reset the timer. So you guys better keep on working while I set the timer. So I just set the timer. So now, hope you guys can get the answer right. You guys don't really need to have Khan Academy for this, and you guys don't really need to write the answer down. The question down in your notebook, leaving you with like 10 seconds to actually think about the question. You guys can just look at the question and maybe just write it down in your notebook, or write down the stuff that I did earlier in your notes, just to help you in math class. But I'm not gonna talk while you guys are working. I won't talk anymore during this quiz. Alright. Hopefully you guys hear that, because I did just raise my microphone to my phone. So I'm pretty sure you guys should have heard that timer. So I'm gonna type in the answer. And so let me just, what is the value to that? So the answer is, it's really weird how you have to write it, but if you wrote down in your notebook 200ths, you were correct. But in Khan Academy, you have to write down this because it's just weird. So now I'm gonna repeat the timer. So you guys better hurry up, or just try to get working on your own, because I just started it. I'm gonna make the alarm louder just so you guys can hear it. Let me turn up my volume. Let me just make sure. You guys can hear it. If it's not very loud, then I will reset it. I mean, I will like have to manually go into my clock app and fix that where it plays louder. Excuse me. Alright guys, the timer just went off and it still didn't play louder. I'll fix that. But what I want to say, decimals can be tricky. So as you guys can see here, that says 1/100ths, but you're looking for a number that says 10 thousandths. But these two numbers have the same value. All you're doing is adding a zero right here. So basically, the answer was B. It's fine if you got it wrong because decimals can be tricky. But in situations like this, all you're doing is adding a zero and they're still the same value for some reason. Alright, I'm repeating the timer so you guys might as well try to get some work in while you can. I'm also gonna try to figure out how to get this. Is my silent mode on? No, silent mode wasn't on. Let me try to manually fix this. You know, that's just. Alright, I'll try to make it louder somehow. I'll figure it out. I'll go into my settings actually. Try the notifications, sound, ringer and alerts. Okay, yep, that's loud. Alright guys, so we have it on louder so you guys will be able to hear it when my alarm goes off. Alright, hopefully you guys heard that. So that was the sound of my alarm going off. I hope you guys heard that. So basically, the answer. So I was looking. There's 5% of a number represents 5,000. So this is a whole number question. Sorry I didn't see it before. I would have skipped it, but I'm pretty sure, as you guys would have guessed, the answer was C. Alright, now I'm gonna let you guys work on this one. Let me just check if it's a whole number question. Okay. Alright, I'm repeating the timer. It's 10:30. Dang. Alright, the answer is pretty simple. It was this one. Alright, guys. So in case any fourth graders are watching this, just cause you know you never know, or any fifth graders I just want to ask or have some extra info before I end the stream. Basically, but this is gonna be the last stream where I give you guys a minute, because simple questions like that, you know, they don't really need a minute. I mean, in my opinion, they're very simple, but for you guys, you might need a little bit of time. But I just think that even so, there's still like they have the numbers in front of you. So even if you have not too much knowledge of decimals and you don't even know what decimal place value is, you still should be able to like use just mild, like, just look at the numbers and tell that if the four is in that place and one of the answers have the four in that place and they're asking for something with the same place value, you can like just depict your answer and tell that, like, not really depict, but you get what I'm saying, hopefully, that you can just look at the answer and say, hey, if they're the same in the same place and they're asking for the same values and both of the numbers that are highlighted are in the same place as the answer, then pretty sure this must be the answer. I think that is just something that you guys don't really need a minute for. So from now on, I'm gonna be doing 30 minutes or 45 seconds. 30 stop 30 minutes, 30 seconds or 45 minutes. 45. Oh gosh, 30 seconds or 45 seconds. It depends on what I decide on during the next stream. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a good day overall, cause wherever you are or whatever time zone you're watching this on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.